Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching NDTV. The Karnataka election battle is hotting up. Home Minister Amit Shah is going to be in Bengaluru South today, leading a grand road show. Congress leader Priyanka Gandhi was in Chitradurga earlier in the day, where she responded to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's recent attacks on the Congress party. Now, the BJP is gateway to the south of India, and among the three states that the Congress party presently rules, Karnataka politics has seen so many flip-flops in the last many years, but this time it looks like it's a battle between the BJP that has the Modi advantage, countering the Congress that is banking on its guarantees. In the last 5 years, we have seen a lot. We have seen the hijab ban in Karnataka and the play out of the politics that followed, Congress forming the government and also announcing guarantees, a lot of back and forth on the caste census, a blast in Rameshwaram Cafe, a murder of a young woman in Dharwad, and many other developments that may or may not influence the overall outcome of Karnataka. So the question we ask tonight is, will the BJP be able to replicate its performance of 2019? And how will the Congress party that just had one seat in 2019 counter the BJP? To discuss this, we have with us Matthew Anthony of the Congress, Lakshmi Ashwin Gowda, who's a state secretary and also the spokesperson of BJP Karnataka. And we also have Shugata Srinivasa Raju, senior journalist and author, joining us. Starting with you, Matthew Anthony, if you talk about the BJP's performance in Karnataka, it has witnessed steady successes in Lok Sabha polls in the state. It has bettered its performance in 2014 and, the record of 43% by 8.4 percentage points in the 2019 general election. It in fact crossed the halfway mark when it came to vote share. It won 25 seats. Why do you think the state will vote differently this time?
Vasudha, it is very simple for the state to vote for the Congress party in the Lok Sabha elections, because a few months back you have seen how they have voted for the Congress party after the entire drama of the BJP government unfolded in Karnataka. And now look at the way in which the Prime Minister, the sitting Prime Minister, in a very pathetic state of affairs, has ridiculed a minority community and calling them as infiltrators. And also raises the question that, has the BJP given employment only to their kind of people? Has the BJP given the price rise restricted only to the minorities? Or have they delivered? And you have seen all the corrupt people also joining back to the BJP in Karnataka. Now, let us see why the people should vote for the BJP when the Congress government, who promised the 5 promises, have delivered the promises to the people of Karnataka. We are definitely going to make an impact. We will be winning hands down a majority in the Karnataka elections.
Let me ask this to Dr. Gowda. Last year, the Congress, in fact, bettered its 2018 Assembly poll performance by 4 percentage points. It garnered an impressive 43% vote share. There was, of course, no change in your vote share. But what kind of corrections has your party made in terms of outreach to people, besides, of course, changing 8 of your candidates?
Thank you for having me here, Usita. Definitely, BJP party is really banking on the brand Modi's, that Modi's popularity and our developmental politics, our ideological, Hindutva politics are, we have won the hearts of the Indians in that regard, it seems. And from the past 10 years, we have revolutionized in the field of economy, in the field of societal changes, in the field of political, in the field of upliftment of the vulnerable and the vulnerable sections of the society, like Dalits and SC/ST groups and marginalized sections. And holistically, we have worked our welfareistic politics, our ideological, we have completed the long pending ideological projects like Ayodhya, and we have globalized the Indian cultural nationalism, and we have improved economical resilience from the past 10 years, and our welfareistic programs like Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi, Ayushman Bharat, Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana, and our schemes to empower women who are young people, and also the farmers of this country has definitely yielded the results, and it has definitely achieved the inclusive growth, the much expected inclusive growth. We have lifted more than 24 crore people above the poverty line. Our welfareistic schemes have yielded the results, desired results. And now the temper and the atmosphere, the entire atmosphere in the electorate and also the length and breadth of the country is so favorable, is so much congenial for the BJP party to come to power with a chest-thumping majority with a magical number 400. And we are going to
When you
form the
talk about
government
welfare,
again.
the Congress government has offered free transport, public transport for women in Karnataka. As a woman, I think that's a great thing for women of the state to have, isn't it? Wouldn't that be something that might impact your vote share, or for that matter, the kind of feeling that women might have for your party?
Definitely not, madam. The mere implementation of the guarantee schemes they promised before the poll and the implementation for about 6 to 7 months, that itself is not enough to win the elections. That itself will not usher in the development in the state of Karnataka. In fact, as a government, their fiasco in handling the administration, their administrative paralysis and their policy paralysis, their lawlessness, their law and order has been so much dilapidated. Women's safety has jeoparded women's safety, and most women weren't safe, at least in this Congress regime. They failed in handling the water issue, land issue, language issue. Whenever the regional issues have erupted, they failed
Of
to
course, that's an
they failed
important
to
thing.
protect
There's
the
a water
regional
issue. There's
issues.
either a drought
They were
issue or a
busy.
water issue.
They were
Shugata sir, let me get in
busy.
Shugata
They,
sir here.
excuse
Sir, do you see the Congress equipped to take on the BJP plus JDS combined this time? What are the challenges for the Congress in Karnataka? I was just looking at the Congress and the BJP campaign. The Congress leaders are wearing the Kannadiga, sort of that patta, and and now that the Hindutva rhetoric in the country is also increasing in the run-up to the polls, how do you see this play out, sir?
Vasudha, one small element. Last time also the Congress was in power in alliance with the JDS when they went to the Lok Sabha polls. It's not that last time they were not in power. This time also they are in power. And last time when they were in power, they just were able to get one seat. And this time, I would certainly say that they are in a better position, because the general understanding is that there is a certain saturation limit that the BJP has reached by winning 25 seats last time. And so the Congress may sort of win a few more seats this time the performance may be better this time. But the one thing, the huge difference that I see, Vasudha, in the campaigning of both the Congress and the BJP is that the Congress has been raising economic issues while BJP has been raising emotional issues. So closer to the polls, you see more emotional issues coming up, which the Congress is ill-equipped to counter. For example, there has been this case in Hubli, the Neha murder case. That has a kind of multiple resonance across the state. One is there is a caste element that comes in. There is a religion element that comes in. There is a law and order element that comes in. And I think Congress has panicked a bit with that particular case. But otherwise, the guarantees, as you were mentioning, does hold the Congress in a better position. In a sense, I wouldn't say that the guarantees have been evenly distributed or it has reached evenly to all the beneficiaries, but the thing is that there has been a sincere effort on the part of the Congress government to reach it to people, so that sincerity is being recognized. That's point number one. But there is also a counter argument to that, which is that it is being done at the expense of everything else. For example, the agricultural budget has been cut, the irrigational budget has been cut, the education budget has been cut. There is no money to even sort of asphalt the roads. That counter argument is also being presented by the BJP and the JDS. So this exists, this counter argument exists, and we don't know when Modi is on the ticket whether everything else will drown and emotional issues will catch up, or only economic issues will thrive.
Let me ask this question to Matthew Anthony. Shugata sir pointed out very, nicely that emotive issues may actually have more resonance, because it's difficult for common people to understand what devolution of funds is or what exactly fiscal injustice is. And also there are issues like Rameshwaram Cafe Blast, the Neha Hiremath murder. Matthew, do you see these issues? Do you see the way your party has approached these matters, impacting your vote share? Because at the end of the day, elections are emotive in India.
Not really from that perspective, which you have said, Vasudha. The unfortunate event of Neha's death is really unfortunate to have happened to for any citizen to have faced through that. Now, let me ask the BJP representative here, very factually, without any shouting, can they answer where is that 15 lakhs which has been promised 10 years back? Wasn't that a promise? And where is that 15 lakhs? Where is the price rise saving which the Modi government has promised 10 years back? Where is the fuel price control which has been promised by Modi government 10 years back? Where are the 31,516 women were raped in 2022, 86 rapes per day across the country. What is the solution Modi has given to this particular situation in this country? So we are raising factual questions. There's no much of shouting can be happening, but where is the solution given by Modi? And then look at the Manipur issue also, which concerns the minorities, which concerns everyone. Where is the courage of the Prime Minister to have gone to Manipur when he has all the courage to negotiate truce between Ukraine and Russia and all other places? But where is the Prime Minister in this country when our own people were fighting and killing?
Let me ask this question to Dr. Gowda.
So
Dr.
I'm giving
Gowda,
this question.
would you like to respond to this? He's asking an important question as to this aspect of fiscal injustice. How will the centre respond to that? Because Karnataka has been repeatedly asking about devolution of funds. Of course, the finance ministry and the centre have responded to that, but would that find resonance with common men and women?
First and foremost, I would like to tell you one thing, that the devolution of funds from the center to the state has been increased by 240% as compared to the previous year. The decade from 2004 to 2014, from 2014 to 2024, it is 240% more than what has been received in that particular duration. And in order to emphasize on fact that, as he has rightly mentioned, fuel prices doesn't merely depend on a political party. It is not determined by a person. It's not determined by a prime minister. And for his knowledge, fuel price depends on various multitude of factors like domestic issues, international issues, global uncertainties. For his knowledge, there has been global uncertainties. There is pandemic. There has been pandemic.
Okay, Shugata sir, your last word from you. This narrative that there is denial of Karnataka's central pool of funds, will that find resonance with common people? Matthew, you want to rebut? Let me just get Shugata sir on this and then I'll come to you.
One thing.
Shugata sir.
Hurdled by all these global uncertainties.
Okay, I'm running short of time. Please, Shugata sir, just respond to this.
There are economic issues, Vasudha.
Yes, sir.
There are economic issues, but the question is, who is equipped to solve those economic issues is the larger question. The Congress spokesperson was saying that let me just place facts without shouting. I wish there was more shouting, there was more emotion that the Congress showed in its campaigning. It has been banking on a set of data which I don't think will sort of get across to the people. So I think it would have been better had they shouted a little more. So I think this calm placing of facts may not get communicated to the people. So in the absence of which, they may pick up on issues related to identity politics, caste, religion, etc. And also when it comes to economic issues, the Congress has been advertising in the extreme, in the sense they advertised an empty pot and said this is what the Prime Minister or the BJP has given Karnataka. So when people see that advertisement, then they start making this they start reckoning other things. They start counting what is it that they have received in the last 10 years or 5 years of Modi's regime.
So multiple factors at play. I'm sorry, I really, I'm completely out of time. Thank you all of you for joining me on this show.